Today's tech workshop will be Command 101, contacts. So I'm going to give a lot of details about the contacts section in Command. If you would like to know more about contacts for Teams, then stay on the call. I'm going to go over that at the end just to make this really time effective for everyone. I'm going to go over some of the regular stuff that's for individual agents. Of course, that still applies to you if you're on a team also. But there is a little bit of a difference with contacts for Teams. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. All right. And don't forget, we're always going to log in at agent.kw.com to get to Command. And the contacts applet is in the options on the left-hand side. It's the second one down. Don't forget, little tip, if you click the KW icon in the top left corner that's in red, all of the applet titles pop out. So here we go, contacts. All right. And as you can see in the top right corner, I've got my name here. This is my personal account. If you're an individual agent, that's all you will see. If you are on a team, you might see something different up there. And again, I'll go over more contacts for Teams at the end. So as you can see here, I already have a ton of contacts uploaded. If you are just getting started and you need to know how you can upload your contacts to Command, we use Scott Leroy Marketing for that. I'm going to actually drop in the chat Scott Leroy's email. So they have a team of people that will do a mass import for you. And it's support at Scott Leroy, R-O-Y, marketing.com. Oops, I forgot the M, you guys. Okay, so support at Scott Leroy, and it's just one E. ROY marketing.com. All right, so you can email them, and you can email them any format of a spreadsheet or list of your contacts, and they will do this import for you. And the reason that I recommend using them to do this import is that it's not as simple as you just have your list and you just import it. Our system will only accept a specific CSV file to upload your contacts into the KW command system. You can download that template here. There are specific column headings. So like first name, last name, email, etc. And some of the information has to be in a specific format. So if you don't want to have to deal with that, I recommend using Scott Leroy Marketing. Our brokerage pays for that service for you. So you just tell them, hey, I need your help uploading my contacts to Command. Here's my list. Here's my Command login. They'll send you a draft when it's in the correct CSV format, so you can give it a once over, clean up any duplicates, and then they'll upload for you once you give them the A-OK. So that's how it works with them. Again, free to you. The market centers, the offices, they pay for that. So if you have any questions, feel free to interject or unmute yourself. The other way that you can add a contact is one by one with this add contacts button. So if you're meeting people here and there and you'd like to add a contact, just a single one, you can use this button. Here's where you type in the name, primary email, phone number. You can mark the lead source from this list, or you can create a custom lead source. and then click add when you're finished naming that and putting it in a category. Tracking your lead source, the purpose of that is to track the return on your investment, whether that's an investment of your time, maybe in a networking group that you're trying to get leads from, or maybe it's you're actually buying leads from a specific source and you want to know what, how many of those are converting. So you want to track the return on your investment. Are you spending more money than you're making? Are you making more money than you're spending on those leads? Here's where you can mark someone as a lead by checking this box off. Know that if you do that, mark them as a lead. Leads are lower in status than an actual contact that's not marked as a lead. So if you mark something as a lead inside command, that means that it's someone that you haven't had a conversation with yet. They're probably a cold lead, someone you don't know personally. If it's someone you know personally, you're in contact with, you've had a conversation with, put them in as a contact and do not mark them as a lead. That's, again, a regular contact not marked as a lead is a higher quality than someone marked as a lead. Next is tags. Tags are super important. You definitely want to be tagging your contacts. The reason tags are so important is when you're using command to send out an email blast, for example, or when you're adding people to a smart plan that you've created, the only way you can filter your contacts to do that is by tags. So you want to use tags to group contacts for the purpose of sending them various marketing touches. There are already some tags in the system. All the ones in gray are already in here. All the ones in purple or another color are ones that I've created. You can create tags for whatever you want. The most common ones, like the ones already in the system, agent, allied resource, bot, buyer, collaborator, downline, let's see, KW agent, and there's referral partner, seller, sold, sphere, talent, team. You can create your own tag in here simply by typing it in, create custom tag, or when you're setting up that list to send to Scott Leroy, you can create a column for tags. And in that column, in that box for each person contact, you can put multiple tags separated by commas. If the tags are already in the system, great, the system will recognize that. If the tags are not already in the system, command will create those tags automatically when the upload is done. So the system's smart and it will create those tags for you. So feel free to use custom tags. An example of a custom tag is like, let's see, maybe by area. So I had San Francisco as an area. Maybe you want to tag by area because you're sending San Francisco things to San Francisco people, things in San Mateo people, etc. But totally up to you how you want to use those to segment or group contacts to send them marketing. Additional information you can have is you can mark a preferred method of contact. You can have an additional email, phone number, an address. You can actually have multiple addresses in here and mark them as a certain type. You can mark one of them as a mailing address. You can have numerous social profile links listed. Birthday, home anniversary, relationships is to link two contacts together. In order to use this function, both contacts must already exist in your database, or at least one of them when you're trying to link the second one you're creating. So you can mark the type of relationship here, and then you can look up who you want to link them to, and you can add more relationships. So that's how this works. And it's simply just to put a note on both the contacts of the relationship, just to note it. Company name and then job title. Last, we have custom. You do have the ability to have custom fields in here. So custom would be, here's an example. If you want to track the number of children that somebody has, because that might determine the size of the home that they need, or has kids, like yes or no, or has pets, yes or no. So this is for your own convenience, whatever you want to collect for all of your contacts, or almost all your contacts. Does anyone have any question about the type of information that you can have on a contact?
Hey Danielle, one quick question. It seems like it's important, and I'm a relatively new agent, so I don't have a huge number of contacts yet, but I'm starting to realize I can go crazy with tags, and I'm trying to think of a way to scale back and just keep it simple, but expand the tags as I find I need them later. So is there like the default tags that are in there, are those kind of commonly used or recommended, or are there I don't want to say smart plans, but are there templates for some basic tag setups that we could use as guides in the beginning?
So we don't have like templates or guides, but you can just go through that list that you see. So you can go in to create an individual contact, and you can click into tags just like I did. And again, the ones that you're seeing in gray are the system tags. Mm-hmm. These ones were selected because they were most commonly used.
Okay.
That's why they're there. However, I have advice for you.
Mm-hmm.
Go crazy on tags, because you can always delete tags. And if you're putting multiple tags on a single contact, it's only going to help you later.
So if I end up wanting to delete a tag, will it remove it across the board on any contacts I put it on?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you go to settings, there is a way in settings to manage your tags. Let's go there real quick here. And you will go to command settings, contacts, contact tags. And if you delete one of these, it will delete it out of the system.
Okay.
I don't think you can delete the system tags. Yeah, you can't delete the gray ones.
Just the ones I've created.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, and while we're in this section, I do want to mention that when you're in the contacts applet, a lot of people ask, how do you delete a contact? You actually, from the contacts applet, you can only archive, and things are good to be kept in the archive if, say, like someone has asked to be removed from your database. You should keep them in the contact archive, because if you try to import them again, the system will block you from importing them. So that's why one would keep something in the archive and not fully delete it. Now, if you actually want to fully delete something, you can first archive it and then come to the archive here, and here you can permanently delete, or you can restore back to your database. But this is a place where you can keep contacts in limbo. Just, you don't want to have them in your database. They've asked to be removed, but this will block them from ever being imported back into your database. If you delete them out of here, then if they're on another list you try to import, it is, they're going to be imported. And also, here's a tool if you want to do a database wipe. Archive all contacts and delete all archived contacts. If you have done any transactions in command, make sure you do not archive contacts you've done transactions with. You want to keep those, at least anyone you've done a transaction with. But you know, sometimes people try to do imports like myself, and we don't do the tags in advance. And then we end up with 3,000 contacts that we're never going to clean up. And I need to work on doing a database wipe. So that's why I spend so much time talking about tags, actually. And you may as well go crazy with tags. If you upload this number of contacts or a very large number of contacts and then need to go back and add tags, it's a very slow process. You'll need to click into every contact and then edit each contact and then come in here and add whatever piece of additional information, be it tags or an additional piece of information.
Is there no way to sort them by date imported that might help you do that?
So it depends how I did the import. These were an automatic import from Gmail.
Okay. So
it's a little different, but you can bulk add tags. So let's talk about bulk action now. So first of all, let me show you these 3 dots here. This has quite a few options here. Edit, add activity, which is a quick way to add maybe call notes. Make a copy and share. You can make a copy of a contact and share to another KW agent within your office. So if, you know, if someone leaves your team, sometimes this is a good option to use if they've already left and you need to give them back a contact. Add note, archive, view what smart plans this person is on, add them to a smart plan, mark as lead. So these are kind of quick options here. And now I'm going to go to these bulk options. So if I want to do something with multiple people, I check the boxes off here, and then I can select a bulk action. This box appears. So add note, I can add a bulk note to all of them, which will show up, I think either in the timeline or notes section. I can bulk archive, add activities, which would be like a call note, and it would add the same call note to all the people I selected. Send text message. This only works if you have Twilio, but this is how you can send mass text messages. Add tags, bulk add tags, like I mentioned. Remove tags. So if you don't want to completely delete a tag, but you want to bulk remove it, you can. Add to email list. Share copy. Mark as lead. Unmark as lead. Add to smart plan. And keep in mind, I did show you these under the 3 dots, but this is a bulk action we're doing to multiple people. So that's why you're seeing some of the same options here. Export. Export mailing labels. Export mailing labels as PDF. Change account is something that will appear if you are on a team. And that's to change these contacts over to the team account to transfer them. Okay, and then a couple other things here. We have these really awesome handy dandy filters here on the page. We also have this customize columns button, and you can show more than 10 contacts. You can show up to 500 on one page. So for things like bulk action, if you want to send a mass text message to 500 people, you know, you may want to show 500 and then check this off. I've just selected 500. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to go over the filters here. Limit contact type. If I want to limit to all contacts or leads only, here you can filter by tag. We also have the ability to use these great additional filters. Company that they work at, created longer than within last, let's say longer than 30 days ago. You can do something like that. You can filter by lead source, modified, longer than or within the last, and then select number of days. Last contacted within the last something days, or last contacted longer than 30 days ago, or maybe 6 months ago. And then we have recently active, longer than or within last, and then you'll be able to select number of days. Date of birth, primary address. I don't know why you would use that, but what does the primary phone contact? So primary address, primary phone, primary email, has neighborhoods, yes or no. So don't forget, this is in pertaining to the feature of adding neighborhoods onto the contact for the purpose of sending them the Neighborhood Nurture Smart Plan. So if you haven't gone in and added contacts to people, the only contacts with neighborhoods will be people who have a physical address. Branded to me would be people that are using your app or website that have the version that's branded to you. Okay, and it looks like some of these have changed from what I've seen before. But there you go. You're welcome to use these filters. There are also smart views here. Some of these are already created by the system. These ones, who should I call? Shows contacts that you have not contacted in the last 30 days. Kelly, upcoming home anniversary in the next 30 days. And then there's more. So these are already in here for everybody. And then you can create another smart view. If there are filters that you frequently use and you don't want to have to set them every time, you can set them once here. And then you can create a smart view. And that way that'll be added to your list. And you can simply use that. So I have one for Facebook ad leads. That filters for Facebook ad leads. I have none because I don't actually run Facebook ads. But there you go. That's a smart view that I've created. All right, and now I'm going to clear this. All right, customize columns. You can choose what column headings you'd like to show on this page and what ones you don't want to show. And you have all these different ones available. And you can switch the column order here by just dragging and dropping. And apply your changes. Okay. And then lastly, these three dots here. You can export all of your contacts. Export all owned contacts, export mailing labels, CSV, export mailing labels, PDF. So any questions about contacts here?
You mentioned, I saw a tag in there. I think it said referral partner. Is there a way to have under command referrals, if I've added a few referral partners in KW, to have them automatically become contacts with that tag, or do I have to treat those two modules separately?
So let's check, because the last time I checked this, I didn't have them also automatically in my regular contacts, but that could have changed. I'm just going to do a spot check here. And then, so let's see. Andrew.
Actually, I was thinking like a KW referral partner would be perfect.
These are KW referral partners. So I'm in the referral tool right now.
Yeah.
And this is everyone that I've connected with in the referral tool. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you're asking if these people will also show up in your contacts, correct?
Yes, they don't currently, because I've started adding a few
Okay.
referral partners and they don't, but I'm wondering if there was a way to have that happen.
The last time I checked, there wasn't.
Okay.
Let me just, but some of mine do show up and I'm not sure how. So that's why I want to spot check, because Aaron Bagsby, for example, he shows up in mine. Let me check Andrew Staten. Yeah, so just spot checking that one person, you're right. It doesn't put them in there automatically. And I don't think there is a way to add them. The last time I checked, there wasn't.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's not like I add a lot of referral partners at one time, but now that I have a few in there, I just thought, hey, if there was a way to have them all just pop over by tagging them, then maybe that would just save some time. But
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't appear like there is right now. I'm pretty sure that there is not. So for that feature, don't forget, you can always go on to ideas.kw.com.
mm-hmm.
And I have received this question before. So I'm guessing this is a current feature request. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, this is, I know we don't talk about this all the time, but this is honestly how KW really does determine what to work on next.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you can share, if you find something here and it's got a lot of votes and it's what you want, share it with your colleagues. I can't find this one at first glance.
Yeah, you don't have to spend a lot of time trying to find it. I can dig around for it too. So
yeah, so I'm sure that's already in here somewhere. It just, some people might say it a little differently.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I have gotten that question before. So I'm sure it's something that people would vote for. If you find it, send it to me or drop it in the chat so we can upvote it.
Will do.
And you mentioned something about Twilio sending text messages. Are you going to go over that?
So that's not really a huge part of contacts, but the information about Twilio is you would sign up for Twilio through KW Command. You can go to the marketplace here and you can find Twilio. We have special rates. And when you sign up through KW, your Twilio number will automatically be connected to Command. So you don't want to sign up separately through Twilio. You want to sign up through the Command Marketplace. It's $3.16 a month to start out. And that gives you 300 text messages a month. And keep in mind, all text messaging is done through Command. It doesn't go to your cell phone number. You would choose a number through Twilio. You can choose your area code. But yeah, you choose a separate number to do the mass text messaging through Twilio. Twilio, you can use to do the text messaging like I showed you, bulk action like this. I can't really give you a great example because I can't really trial it for you because I don't have Twilio, which is why nothing's happening. You can also use the text messaging feature in Smart Plans if you have Twilio set up. Any other questions about Twilio? It's pretty much the rundown. So basically you just sign up and then those features will then work. And you can track how many texts you have left under reports. There's a special section in there for text messaging. Okay, so now I wanted to talk a little bit about contacts for teams. If y'all are ready to move on, does anyone have any last questions about anything I went over already or touched on? Okay.
Just a quick question.
Okay.
I have done this customized columns like it must be a dozen times now, and it doesn't stick. The only way for my custom columns to stay means I have to create a smart view? Because I say allow or whatever it is, and then I go back in and it's back to the original layout. I'm like, why am I not able to just change it the way I want to see it every time I open it up?
That I just noticed that the way I customized mine didn't stick either.
I mean, if I have to call it a smart view, okay, but it seems like you should be able to arrange them and then that's your ideal search or your ideal window.
Here we go. You'll want to upvote this. Create custom column view and lock it into place. I'm going to drop this in the chat so you can upvote it.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so you're right. It's not sticking right now. So I don't know if creating a smart view would lock it into place because smart views more pertains to the filters, not the custom columns. So yeah, everyone who's on the call, please. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and talk about contacts for teams. I am in my personal regular agent account. If you're an individual agent, this is all you're going to see. If you're on a team, you will have an option to switch to your team account, for which there is a division between team contacts and personal contacts. So depending on what I have selected, I'm going to see different contacts in this section here. Now, I am the Rainmaker, as you can see. So I'm able to see all of the contacts in my team account. So I have other team members. They might be buyer agents. They might be listing specialists. I will have them upload contacts to the team if they are doing a team transaction, which they all are. All the transactions my team members do are under the team. So it's actually very important that they enter their contacts in the team account. There are different permission levels assigned to different people on the team. Again, I'm the Rainmaker, so I can see everything. I have the highest permission level. Everybody else who's a buyer agent or they're not a Rainmaker, they have lower permission levels and they can only see the contacts that they've entered under the team or contacts that I have assigned to them. Their permission levels can be enhanced by the Rainmaker, and that would be in the settings section where Rainmaker would increase those permission levels. However, if we want to keep the privacy of contacts so that everybody on the team feels like they have, they keep their contacts with them. They bring them to the team. If they choose to step off the team, they can export those contacts and take them out of the team. So I'm going to show you what a team contact looks like. The main difference is right here. It's going to show the account. So that's my team name and the owner, which is me. And I'm also the assignee. So I entered this contact in under the team. I'm automatically the owner and I'm automatically the assignee. The only way that anybody else on the team can take this contact is if I release ownership. Only the owner can release ownership. So again, this is to keep the integrity and then trust with whose contacts belong to who. So again, I can assign my leads or my contacts under the team to another person. And so can anybody else on the team. They can release ownership and then it just goes up into the team. Any leads not owned or assigned to anybody will show up in this lead pool. One of the main reasons that you would have all your contacts under the team is in order to create a team opportunity, which usually, that's what we are doing. If you have someone you're cultivating, if you have an actual transaction and you are on a team, you need to create those under the team in order for your TC to be able to access it, for your Rainmaker to be able to access it. If the contact is not under the team, you will not be able to create a team opportunity with it. So now I'm in opportunities, and here's my team opportunities. Here's my personal. Team administrators can turn off the ability to have personal opportunities because the team cannot see personal opportunities or personal contacts. So let's say this is a deal that I've been discussing with my Rainmaker, but I was the one to enter the contact. I created the contact under the team. Now I'm creating my opportunity. See how it's defaulting now to my team name. Here's where I select the opportunity type. And then I start typing in the client name. It's only going to filter here my clients that I have under the team. So just to recap on that, team contacts, team opportunities. If you get into create an opportunity and you notice you can't pull up that contact, it's not auto-populating, then it's probably under your personal account. And you can just come there to your personal account, personal contacts, and you can find the contact and transfer it to the team. Just going to select it here, and you can change account. So I'm switching it from my personal account to the team account, change, and then I will be able to create a team opportunity. So there are a couple different permission levels here. There is unlimited, there is enhanced, and there is standard. So there, again, on teams, it's by default. The Rainmakers will have unlimited, and everybody else on the team will have standard by default. Team Rainmakers can come into the settings section of command. And let's see. Here's my team's administration here. Not showing up. Here we go, team management. So you can change the permission levels here if maybe someone on your team needs to see a little more. If you want to know more about the permission levels, you can come to answers.kw.com, search for that, team permission levels, and here's team permission level details. All right, so standards default, again, people under the team under standard can only see the contacts that they put in there and contacts that are assigned to them. They can also claim contacts that are in the lead pool that aren't assigned to anyone. Enhanced. This permission level gives an agent access to view and manage leads and contacts in the team command account. So enhanced would give someone access to view all leads and contacts in the team account. Unlimited. This is the highest permission level. Full access to the command account. Can manage all leads and contacts and create team campaigns and team smart plans. So yeah, that's one last detail is there are, smart plans is divided up into personal smart plans and team smart plans. Campaigns is divided up into a teamified version of campaigns now too. If you want to send team communications to team contacts and then personal communications to personal contacts. That's the reason why we've developed that. So keep that in mind there. Any contacts under the team that your team is sending marketing to, under campaigns or under smart plans, will be getting team messaging. Does anyone have any questions about the team contact